Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Valsa Williams with the midday news. The headlines: India refuses to sign Shanghai Cooperation Organization joint statement for not explicitly addressing New Delhi's concerns over Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh asks grouping nations to reject double standards on terror menace. Shubhanshu Shukla set to create history by becoming first Indian to reach International Space Station, docking to take place at 4:30 p.m. today. Air India flight AI 171 black box data downloaded to reconstruct sequence of events leading to the crash in Ahmedabad. Over 3,426 Indian nationals brought back so far from Iran under Operation Sindhu. And cloudbursts trigger flash flood in various parts of Himachal Pradesh. 5 people killed and several missing. Heavy to very heavy rainfall likely to continue for next 7 days over northern, central and eastern parts of the country. India has refused to sign a joint declaration at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Defence Ministers meeting in Qingdao, China. Official sources said India is not satisfied with the language of the joint document and there was no mention of cross-border terrorist activities. It is believed that Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's refusal to endorse the document resulted in the conclave ending without a joint communique. As per the SCO Charter, the grouping takes decisions by agreement without a vote and they are considered to be adopted if no member state raises objections. Earlier, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh called for united global action against terrorism, radicalisation and extremism, citing them as the biggest threats to regional peace and trust. Addressing the ministers' meeting today, Mr. Singh said the peace and security cannot coexist with terrorism.
This includes our right to defend ourselves against terrorism, and we have shown that epicenters of terrorism are no longer safe and we will not hesitate to target them. We should also take proactive steps to prevent the spread of the radicalization among our youth.
The Defence Minister urged SCO nations to reject double standards and hold terror sponsors accountable. Mr. Singh said some countries use cross-border terrorism as an instrument of policy and provide shelter to terrorists.
India on 7th May 2025 successfully launched Operation Sindhu to dismantle cross-border terrorist infrastructure. We reiterate the need to hold the perpetrators, organizers, financiers and sponsors of reprehensible acts of terrorism, including cross-border terrorism, accountable and bring them to justice.
The Shanghai Cooperation Organization is an intergovernmental body established in 2001. India became a full member in 2017. China holds the chair of the SCO for 2025 under the theme Upholding the Shanghai Spirit, SCO on the Move. India has strongly rejected Pakistan's nefarious agenda at the United Nations Security Council, UNSC, accusing Islamabad of attempting to deflect attention from its own human rights violations and state-sponsored cross-border terrorism. India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador P. Harish, issued a sharp rebuttal during the UNSC's open debate on children in armed conflict, calling out Pakistan for misusing the platform and violating the Council's agenda.
As per the UNSG's report, grave violations against children have surged and sexual violence has risen in 2024. A sobering indictment that demands immediate and decisive action. Today's discussion is both urgent and necessary. Children in conflict and post-conflict situations, however, require specialized attention and psychosocial support for their successful reintegration into society.
Indian Air Force Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla is on his way to create history by becoming the first Indian to reach the International Space Station, ISS. The Axiom 4 mission, carrying Group Captain Shukla and 3 other crew members, is set to dock with the ISS at 4:30 p.m. today. The Dragon spacecraft is carrying AX-4 Commander Peggy Whitson, pilot Shubhanshu Shukla and mission specialists Slavoj Uznansky, Wisniewski and Tibor Kapu. Meanwhile, Shukla has sent a live message from space saying he is thrilled to be with his fellow astronauts. He has thanked everyone, adding that it is not a personal accomplishment but a collective achievement of each one who has been a part of the journey.
नमस्कार, एक छोटा सा संदेश मेरे सारे देशवासियों के लिए। 1 महीने क्वारंटीन में रहने के बाद कल हम लोग लॉन्च पैड 39 से लॉन्च हुए, जहां से अपोलो 11 मिशन भी लॉन्च हुआ था। इस समय स्पेस में बहुत प्राउड फील कर रहा हूं। अभी हम लोग कुछ ही घंटों में आईएसएस में डॉक करेंगे और फिर हम इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन पे जाके रहेंगे। बट कहीं ना कहीं ये भी दर्शाता है कि ये भारत के ह्यूमन स्पेस प्रोग्राम की एक छोटा सा स्टेप पर एक बहुत सॉलिड और स्टेडी स्टेप है उस डायरेक्शन में जिस तरफ हम जा रहे हैं गगनयान जैसे मिशन को लेके। तो मैं चाहता हूं कि आप सब मेरी इस जर्नी का हिस्सा बने। आप भी उतना ही प्राउड फील करें जितना मैं फील कर रहा हूं, बिकॉज ये हमारी एस्पिरेशंस को दर्शाता है कि हम किस तरफ जाना चाहते हैं।
We bring you a report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has welcomed the successful launch and said Group Captain Shukla carries with him the wishes, hopes and aspirations of 1.4 billion Indians. In Captain Shukla's home city Lucknow, his parents joined hundreds of students to watch the liftoff. They were welcomed by a music band on their arrival at the school and were seen breaking out into applause as the rocket lifted off. Born on 10 October 1985 in Lucknow, Group Captain Shukla joined the Indian Air Force as a fighter pilot in 2006. He has flown MiGs, Sukhois, Dorniers, Jaguars and Hawks and has more than 2,000 hours of flying experience. Besides piloting the mission, the Indian astronaut will have a busy schedule during his 2 weeks on ISS. But most of the time, the 4-member crew will be conducting 60 scientific experiments, 7 of which come from India. ISRO's experiments will help improve our understanding of space and its effects on biology and microgravity. One of the key experiments will investigate the impact of spaceflight on 6 varieties of crop seeds. Ashish Abraham, Akashvani News, Delhi.
The Air India Flight AI 171 black box data has been downloaded to reconstruct the sequence of events leading to the crash in Ahmedabad recently. The crash protection module from the front black box was safely retrieved and the memory module was successfully accessed and its data downloaded at the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau AAIB lab in Delhi yesterday. In a statement, the Civil Aviation Ministry said the analysis of cockpit voice recorders and flight data recorders data is underway to reconstruct the sequence of events leading to the accident and identify contributing factors to enhance aviation safety and prevent future occurrences. The rare black box was brought by an AIB team to its Delhi lab on Tuesday. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts, and for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back to the Midday News. Under Operation Sindhu, 272 more Indian nationals have been evacuated from Iran. The special flight, which arrived in New Delhi from Mashhad in the early hours today, also carried 3 Nepalese citizens. In a social media post, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said that so far a total of 3,426 Indian nationals have been brought back to India from Iran under Operation Sindhu. Jal Shakti Minister C.R. Patil has said the government has provided tap water connections to more than 15 crore households across the country. He said the work to provide tap water connections for the remaining 4 crore households will be completed by 2028. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi today, Mr. Patil said the government has provided safe drinking water to every household under the Jal Jeevan mission. The minister said the World Health Organization has estimated that safely managed drinking water has prevented up to 4 lakh deaths annually from diarrheal diseases.
हर घर में नल से जल देने की योजना बनी और इसका फायदा क्या हुआ? 25 लाख महिला जो रोज पानी लेने के लिए जाती थी, उनका 2.5 करोड़ घंटा रोज का बचा। अच्छा पानी मिलने के कारण करीब 4 लाख बच्चों की जान भी बचा पाए हैं। वैसे पहले ही 5 साल के अंदर 3 लाख बच्चों की जान बचा पाए। WHO का रिपोर्ट है।
In Chhattisgarh, 2 female Maoists have been killed in an encounter with security forces. The encounter took place in the forests of Abujmad area of Narayanpur district. On the intelligence inputs about the presence of Maoists in the area, a joint team of District Reserve Guard and Special Task Force was dispatched for the operation. There has been intermittent exchange of fire between security forces and Naxalites since last evening. Security forces recovered the bodies of 2 female Naxalites along with 2 rifles from the spot. On the sacred occasion of Netrotsav, thousands of devotees gathered in Puri to witness the Nabajauban darshan of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra. This special darshan marks the return of the deities after a 15-day period of seclusion. Here is a report.
Devotees stood in long queues since early morning for a glimpse of the deities. The darshan is known to evoke deep spiritual emotions. Today, the 3 grand chariots will be brought near the Singadwar of the Sri Jagannath temple. Rath Yatra rituals will begin at 6 a.m. tomorrow. The ceremonial procession known as Pandi will carry the deities to their chariots. Chariot pulling is expected to begin around 4 p.m. The deities will travel to Gundicha temple, their aunt's house, for a 9-day stay. Authorities are expecting congregation of lakhs of devotees from across India and abroad. Artificial intelligence-enabled surveillance cameras are being used for monitoring and safety. SN Patnaik, Akashvani News.
The Intermeteorological Department, IMD, has said that heavy to very heavy rainfall activity is likely to continue over northwest, central, east and northeast parts of the country during the next 7 days. Talking to Akashvani News, IMD senior scientist R.K. Jenamani said active monsoon conditions are entering Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and East Rajasthan. He added that Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand will witness heavy rainfall in the next 2 to 3 days.
Regarding the progress of the monsoon and advance of the monsoon has advanced some more area in northwest India, particularly more parts of Rajasthan today, and the conditions are favorable for advance of the southwest monsoon. We have issued the red color warning for Kerala and South Interior Karnataka for extremely heavy rainfall and further orange color warning for very heavy rainfall mainly for central India.
Himachal Pradesh experienced heavy monsoon rainfall in the past 24 hours. During this period, reports of cloudbursts and flooding have emerged from various parts of the state. According to information received so far, 5 people lost their lives in these incidents. We have a report.
Due to the torrential monsoon rains over the past 24 hours, several areas in Himachal Pradesh have witnessed cloudbursts, flash floods and landslides severely affecting normal life. In Dharamshala, the district headquarters of Kangra, flash floods occurred in Manuni Rivulet in Khaniara. Several labourers residing in temporary shed near the Indira Priyadarshini hydro project were swept away by the flood waters. So far, 2 bodies have been recovered while 6 individuals are still missing. Additionally, 1 person was seen fleeing into the forest in an attempt to save his life. The district administration, SDRF, NDRF and police are engaged in relief and rescue operations. For safety reasons, other workers at the power project have been shifted to safer locations. Ritesh Kapoor, Akashvani News, Shimla.
In a tragic accident this morning in Gholtir, located in Uttarakhand's Rudraprayag district, a tempo traveller fell into the Alaknanda river, resulting in the death of 3 people. 9 individuals are still missing and a large-scale rescue and relief operation is currently underway to locate them. Uttarakhand Disaster Management Secretary Vinod Kumar Suman confirmed that the rescue mission is ongoing and that 8 people have been successfully rescued so far.
कुल ड्राइवर से 20 यात्री सवार थे, जिसमें से 8 लोगों को बचाने में हम लोग सफल रहे हैं। अभी तक 3 लोगों की मृत्यु की सूचना है। बाकी लोगों को खोजने का काम किया जा रहा है। जो लोग बस में सवार थे उसमें से ड्राइवर हरिद्वार के 1 और राजस्थान के 7 यात्री, मध्य प्रदेश के 3 यात्री, गुजरात के 7 यात्री और महाराष्ट्र के 2 यात्री।
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India refuses to sign Shanghai Cooperation Organization joint statement for not explicitly addressing New Delhi's concerns over Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh asked grouping nations to reject double standards on terror menace. Shubhanshu Shukla set to create history by becoming first Indian to reach International Space Station, docking to take place at 4:30 p.m. today. Air India flight AI-171 black box data downloaded to reconstruct sequence of events leading to the crash in Ahmedabad. Over 3,426 Indian nationals brought back so far from Iran under Operation Sindhu, and cloudbursts trigger flash flood in various parts of Himachal Pradesh. And with that, we end the midday news.